We need to improve the quality, we need to expand the offerings of quality vocational education. In the budget crisis, we need to make sure that we do not sacrifice our advanced academic courses. Traditionally, they will have a smaller enrollment, and it's easy to look at that as not good use of the money, or you could make better use of the teacher doing something else. And then last, we need to make sure that we have a system where the arts flourish. Learning to play a musical instrument transfers into learning a foreign language. There are a lot of those things that you don't think about. The arts can capture the student's interest. They're non-threatening ordinarily. They serve the same purpose for some students that athletics would serve for another.
What would be some of the programs you would see as being good for the vocational training?
Well, you know, we have actually got a very good program in various areas, but nothing uniform around the county, and I find that disturbing. We have a wonderful auto mechanics class at Aden-Grifton High School, but the cost of the equipment and then finding a qualified and outstanding teacher is hard to do for one school, but nearly impossible for all the schools. So that's something we need to look at. Graphic arts is very much here today. It is a marketable skill. We have a wonderful medical academy, the Med Tech, obviously with the hospital, that's a major employer. Rose High used to have an outstanding program in horticulture, and that's big in this area. It seems like everyone is a landscaper of some kind, but the teacher left and now we have no program. We need to find a way to reintroduce quality programs like that. Carpentry certainly is a thriving industry. Computer drafting, you no longer put the pencil to the paper, it's done by computer. Computer programming is also very much here and now. And what used to occur, what course used to be offered, industrial arts, actually is very marketable. It talks about maintenance of machines and machine adjustment. And we have industry here that would love to have qualified people to do those things.
Changing direction a little bit, what would be your position on the redistricting issues?
I have a graphic showing the elementary schools that are a remnant of the Greenville city system, and these are represented with circles around them, and that is a 1 mile radius from each school. And you get an idea of the close proximity of those schools and how difficult it is to decide which neighborhood is going to go to which school because they're so close together. Elmhurst is almost equal distance from Walcoats and Eastern, and certainly only a tad farther from South Greenville. And so, and of course, these are just the neighborhoods that are within that Greenville Boulevard loop. And you have neighborhoods that are maybe 5 miles out of town that are coming into these schools, and you fill up the population with fairly remote areas. And I certainly don't envy the current school board the task of realigning these districts. I see that as very much a dilemma, and I need to add that realignment is scheduled to take place before any new members are installed on the board.
Okay. There's also a lot of discussion about the size of Pitt County Board of Education.
Well,
what are your thoughts about the size of the board and when they should be installed?
Well, I do know that 12 members is the largest school board in the state, and that's over 100 LEAs. So if you look at reducing that, I would have to advocate an odd number of members, first of all, and I would like to see the terms staggered so that you are not electing a majority on any given year. So if you work with a number like 9, perhaps it would be you would elect 3 every 2 years, however that works. The installation of the new members is also an issue in that. I do not think it would be prudent to install members immediately after they are elected, because you need a period of transition where these new members are involved in some of the decision making and the meetings, and they need to be integrated into the board over a period of time to give continuity to the board's efforts. You furthermore, if you do it after the school year starts, sometime between June and December, you want to make sure that any decisions there do not negatively impact the current school year. And so to install in December, January, in that time period gives you adequate time to be making changes for the following school year. So from a teacher perspective, and knowing how the school year operates, I have no objection to that at all. I'm open to discussion, but I think that is a wise decision to install them.
Okay. There's a lot of concern amongst parents and students